Star Power, Chapter 24. When Charlie and Nia walked out the back door and into the yard, they were all standing there staring at her. Roy stood behind Trent, and Maya was next to him. Maya's arms were crossed. Roy's expression said she was livid, and disappointment masked Trent's face. Charlie eyed them all while the cast and crew finished setting up around them. Well, Charlie said, breaking the silence. The way Rory had demanded she come out of the pool house, she expected to be throwing blows by now, but nothing was happening. But just in case, she snatched her tendrils tightly and stepped out of her summer sandals. Well, she asked again, her neck snaking with attitude. Trent stepped forward. Charlie, you've got a lot of nerves. I thought you were different. All you care about is camera time. You don't care about any of us. Liam, who was standing next to Charlie, walked around her and came face to face with Trent. He appeared cool, but Charlie knew better. Somewhere behind that beautiful face of his teeth were clenched. He reached up, then twisted his baseball cap backward, which Charlie knew meant business. The only time she'd seen Lamb do that before was when he really had to concentrate. Trent, you good? We need to talk one on one, man to man, he asked, his expression serious. Trent nodded but said, no, Lamb, I'm not good, and you wouldn't be either. He tissed, then spat on the ground. He looked over at Charlie. Do you think because we're from a small town that means we're slow, or did you just lie to and on everybody, Charlie? Is that it? He inquired, ignoring Lamb asking him if they needed to talk man to man. Maya's eyes began to water and she wiped them. Yes, Charlie. Is that it? Her voice cracked and rose with each word. Because I'd like to know. Really know. Here I was thinking we were cool, thinking that I must trust you, telling you everything, and thinking you were my girl. And you lied on me to Trent. I'd never leave Trent stranded. Roy opened her mouth to speak, and Charlie held up her hand. She knew she was wrong, but she wasn't going to just stand in front of the firing squad without fighting back. Well, that's not really true, Maya. She looked at Rory, slicing her hand through the air. And Rory, don't even comment on it. Our wrongs cancel each other's out. She turned back to Maya, feeling that it was her she needed to appeal to the most. Maya had been right. They developed some sort of relationship while hanging out, and Charlie didn't want her to think it was all a game. Charlie did like her now that she'd gotten to know her better. Can we talk inside the pool house? There are too many ears out here, and I don't think it's a good idea for the cast and the rest of the adults around here to know about your candy habits, she said, referring to the Skittles party and hoping it'd make a difference. But it didn't. Who cares? Rory boomed, making the backyard freeze, and everyone within earshot turned their attention toward them. So what if we have Skittles parties? Who doesn't? She began. Maya stepped on her foot. Shut up, Rory. You might not care, but I do, just because your family is different. She paused. Never mind, just don't forget who my dad is, she said, then began taking the few steps toward the pool house. Rory snatched Maya back by her arm, twisting the sleeve of her shirt. She was in her face with spittle flying out of her mouth before anyone could stop her. And what does that mean, huh, Maya? What you're trying to say? 'Cause last time I checked, your family was just as messed up as mine. Just because your dad is the mayor, don't mean y'all ain't got problems. Just look at the way you treat your sister, and after the way you wrecked her face. Maya pushed Rory off her, then Charlie jumped between them. To distract the ever growing audience that was trying to see what was going on, She laughed loud and carefree, eyeing Liam to follow suit. She couldn't let anyone at the house know what was going on. She wouldn't dare expose the other teens or herself. If Mr. Day had gotten a whiff of what she'd done, the lies and manipulation she worked to uncover secrets, she knew he snapped from the smell of it and would call it for what it was, bull manure. Good one, Liam said, laughing, then elbowing Trent to join in. Trent shook his head, obviously preferred not to front for the onlookers. Roy glared at Charlie, then at Maya. I can't stand either one of you. Think you're cuter than everybody heifers, she said, then pushed past Charlie, grabbing for Maya. Charlie stood there with her eyes bulging. She didn't know what happened or how it occurred, but something had indeed transpired. Something quick and hard flashed in front of her eyes before she could make it out, and suddenly Roy was face down on the ground. Charlie's gaze went from Roy's back to the foot pressed against it, then traveled up the person's leg it belonged to. Nia? She questioned. Nia? Maya was shocked. Roy, we're cool, but don't you ever, and I do mean ever push up on my sister, Nia fumed, then looked at Maya. Are you alright? Maya's eyes bigger than the sky nodded. Yes, Nia, I'm fine. Well, I'm not. Roy yelled from under Maya's foot, get off me or help let me up something. Charlie made her way to Nia, then laced her arm through hers. Come on, let's go inside the pool house and talk. She looked at Maya. You too. Nia locked eyes with Charlie. I told you I was going to pay her back. As you see, I didn't mean in a bad way. Maya looked to the ground, then she shook her head. That's okay. No, it's not okay. Rory yelled, getting up off the ground. It's never been okay. I've been trying to get you two to get it through your thick skulls, but no, she said. You're definitely twins. Twin hard heads. She looked at Charlie while rubbing her head. Now, do you see why I called the show? These two are a piece of work. They've been too busy trying not to be like the other when it's impossible. Smart? Yes, that they are. Cute? She flip flopped her hand. Kinder, but not as hot as me. Hard head? Yes, yes, triple yes, and it sickens me. I wish I had a sister my age that I can hang out with instead of a little bratty one, she admitted, looking back and forth between Nia and Maya. Heck, I wish I had a family with an ounce of sense. Charlie just nodded. Roy was on the roll, and she knew Roy would keep talking as long as someone was listening. Let's go, Nia and Maya, she said, opening the door to the pool house, then waiting patiently while the sisters walked inside. Trent, let's go talk. Liam said there's so much more going on here than girl stuff. Charlie closed the door behind them, then locked it to prevent Roy from entering. Charlie leaned against the wood, crossed her arms, and ping-ponged her eyes between the sisters. Okay, we're not leaving out of here until we get this settled. You? She pointed at Maya, blamed her for all your troubles. She pointed at Nia, and vice versa. Now let's get to the bottom of this. Twins, because you and I know that both of y'all are wrong. Charlie eyed them, then saw Nia fidget just a little. Spit it out, Nia. Please hurry too, because I have the show to finish and you two are holding me up. Nia shook her head. I'm sorry, Maya. Sorry for what? Maya cut her off. I'm the one who put you through it, she shook her head. I didn't mean to. You know, I'm sorry about the accident. I didn't mean for it to happen. And I definitely didn't want to see you shut yourself off on everyone. It's my fault. Not yours, Nia said, stepping up. It's all my fault. Not yours, she repeated. Charlie nodded. She didn't know where this was going, but was glad to see some progress. Maya froze, tilting her head. What do you mean? Nia shrugged. I was getting all the attention, and it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out that you were just acting out to get attention, too. Maya just looked at her sister for a second, then shot a questioning glance to Charlie. Charlie shrugged. There was no way she was going to hang herself, and was glad Nia had exposed that she shared Maya's revelation with her. Maya nodded and walked over to her twin sister and embraced her. Charlie exhaled. Finally, now we can get to work, ladies, she asked as loudly as she could to be heard over Roy's knocking on the door. Maya let go of Nia, inspired. Yes, I'll do what I can, but I remember my dad telling me to stay out of the way. Charlie nodded in agreement, remembering when she snapped on Maya for not wanting to help. Okay, go see what Roy wants then. After Maya walked out, Charlie turned to Nia, explaining it wasn't supposed to be that easy and there had to be a reason you just caved like that. Nia reached into her pocket and pulled out half a red wrapper with white lettering. Charlie's brows rose. She remembered seeing a corner of it tucked in Nia's room the first day she's been in her room, but had forgotten all about it. Now it had made sense the night at the party. The accident, Nia shrugged. Maya wanted to stay and I didn't. I figured if she wanted to party with her new friends, she should throw a party with her new friends. It was a Skittles party, so I crushed one up in her drink. We crashed because I drugged her. Nia admitted, batting her eyes slowly, unsuccessfully attempting to keep her tears from falling. I'll never admit it though, Charlie. I can't. Charlie looked at Nia. You put the other half under my hotel room door? Was that you, Nia? Nia nodded, walking across the room and sitting on the chair. She exhaled. You never guess how easy it is to know what's going on when you never leave the house, Charlie. Especially when you've got loud-mouthed friends like Bully. She was just looking out for you, Nia. They all were, Charlie defended. But I didn't want a makeover, Charlie. I just wanted everyone to let me be. What's so wrong with being yourself just because yourself doesn't fit in with society's definition of normal? Plus, with having you around, I figured I'd be exposed eventually. I mean, how could I hide with you snooping around and trying to make me over? Charlie was floored. Here she was trying to help Nia and Nia had been playing her all along. She shrugged. She couldn't say too much. Even Nia had given her a heads up and tried to make her go away by sliding the Skittles wrapper under her hotel room door. Okay, 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 Charlie said. I got it now. I get it. She raised her voice. But I've got a trick for you, Miss Nia. You will get a makeover and you'll enjoy it. And you're going to be the best nerd there is on the planet for a minimum of 2 years or else. Or else what? Nia asked, her brows high and wearing a look like she was daring Charlie. Charlie held up her sail in the air, waving it back and forth. Or else, I'm going to play this voice recording for the world, she threatened, lying and smiling, hoping Nia believed her. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Bye.